Today we're going to cover 5 Neighborhood Crip sets in Los Angeles, California. The Neighborhood Crips, or NAC, is a gang alliance that is often symbolized by the Deuce card. This alliance has its roots in Los Angeles and is a reflection of the complex network of affiliations and rivalries that have developed over the years among the various Crip gangs in the region. The original Westside Crips gang served as a foundation for many of the sets associated with the Deuce card.
Fatty started fighting with Tyrone, who named Daryl Oaks. The hood just recruited. He was really from 9-0. Went around the corner, got the strap, the homie. Came back, he was on the hood like 2 days. He thought it was something more serious than just the fisticuffs. And that's all it was. Fool come back with the heat, tell Fatty move, dump, boom, boom. Killed Tyrone, shoot him in the head and the chest. 60s coming to the hood though. Big Rick, the OG, Babyface, Baby Huey, Motor Mouse, 60s, OGs, killers. Coming to the hood. All they wanted to shoot her, killed their brother. They ain't tripping. And we was like, man, we don't know him. We didn't. He just started claiming the hood in 2 days. A big meeting at the park. The meeting became a big gang fight. At that point, September 27th, 1979, the Rolling 60s and the A-Trays have been mortal enemies.
In 1979, a significant feud between the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips and the A-Tray Gangster Crips. Neighborhoods east and west of the 110 freeway in Los Angeles find themselves forced to choose sides. Those leaning towards the Rolling 60s adopted the Neighborhood Crips, or NAC, while those aligning with the A-Tray Gangsters chose the Gangster Crips card. This feud has been responsible for most of the Crip-on-Crip violence in the LA area. These are some Crip sets that align themselves with the Deuce card. The Neighborhood Crips and the Rolling O's, the Rolling Hundreds Crips, the Hard Time Hustler Crips, the East Coast Crips, the Mafia Crips, the Westside Boulevard Crips, the Gear Gang Crips, the Raymond Avenue Crips. Each of these sets has its own unique alliances, rivalries, and history reflecting the complex landscape of the Crip affiliations under the NAC banner. In summary, the Neighborhood Crips Alliance showcases the intricate web of relationships that exist among the street gangs in Los Angeles, underlining the importance of history, loyalty, and geography in shaping these connections. At number 5, we have the 5-5 Neighborhood Crips.
Good, I'm up I know good. Shout out my crap. Time to know good. I'm every day. Put my mind so I get out and get it. It's
My favorite is the Crip.
Hanging in 7th Street Nickel Boys on hood.
Big bosses and novels and snobs for the hippies with no albums on hood.
Labor.
The 5-5 Neighborhood Crips are a significant African-American street gang that emerged in South Los Angeles, California in the 1970s. Founded as the 5-5 Hustler Crips, this gang lays claim to 55th Street, spanning from Normandy Avenue in the west to Vermont Avenue in the east. This area in South Los Angeles forms the heart of their turf. In the 1980s, the gang was known by the moniker 5-5 Hustler Crips. However, in the early 1990s, they rebranded themselves as the 5-5 Neighborhood Crips, or 5-5 NAC. Following this change, 2 additional factions, the 5-7 Neighborhood Crips and the 5-8 Neighborhood Crips, emerged together. The 5-5-7 Neighborhood Crips and the 5-8 Neighborhood Crips emerged. Together, these factions formed a collective known as the Rolling 50s Neighborhood Crips. Here are some enemies of the 5-5 Neighborhood Crips. The A-Tray Gangster Crips, the 5 Deuce Hoover Gangster Crips, the 5-9 Hoover Criminals, the 107 Hoover Criminals, the 5 Deuce Broadway Gangster Crips, the 5-Way Treble Gangster Crips, the Van Ness Gangster Brims, the Harvard Park Brims, the Fruittown Brims, and the Black P-Stones. These are some sets that the 5-5 Neighborhood Crips are cool with. The Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips, the Rolling 90s Neighborhood Crips, the Rolling 40s Neighborhood Crips, the Rolling 30s Harlem Crips. The 5-5 Neighborhood Crips are the largest subset under the umbrella of the Rolling 50s Neighborhood Crips, boasting around over 90 documented members. At number 4, we have the Neighborhood Compton Crips.
Oh, who's this? Let me see the back boots. Yeah. Oh, hood. New corn. Infants.
My son in the land. Yes, sir. We need to figure out. Hey, give me some of that. Give me some of that. Hey, want some of that. Hey, want some of that. Gang members.
The Eastside Neighborhood Compton Crips are an African-American street gang that have roots in the city of Compton, California, with their founding tracing back to the late 1960s. Their territory extends from Long Beach Boulevard in the west to Pans Avenue in the east, and from Alondra Boulevard in the north to Greenleaf Boulevard in the south. Within this region, the majority of the Neighborhood Compton Crips members are concentrated around the 3700 block of Pans Avenue and Wymore Street. The gang shares its neighborhood with the Compton Vario Tiny Gangsters. The Neighborhood Compton Crips identify themselves under multiple cards, such as the Neighborhood Crips, the Compton Crips, and the Eastside Crips. These are some sets that the Neighborhood Compton Crips beef with. The Southside Compton Crips, the Ward Lane Compton Crips, the Nutty Block Compton Crips, the Hollywood Pyrules, the Limehood Pyrules, the Treetop Pyrules, the Lewis Park Pyrules, the Mob Pyrules, the Cross Atlantic Pyrules, the Compton Vario 70s, the Compton Vario Segundo, and the Compton Vario Tiny Gangsters. At number 3, we have the Rolling 90s Crips.
Look at the sky. Now look back at me. You see why that sky blue? I done told y'all 90 times. The sky's blue because God a Crip, man.
Okay. Oh, 9 block smoking on daddy. I think I love it here. Hey, gang them, gang them. Hey, neighbor. Hey, boom.
Jack, you already know, cuz. I want to talk your shit. Look, I'm the mother president. This the mayor on her, and we running for the mother election on Neighborhood Crip. And if you don't know, you're gonna know. You feel me, little hoe?
If you don't know, you don't know. Okay, Jesse on.
The Westside Rolling 90s Neighborhood Crips are an African-American street gang operating in the west side of LA, California, in an area just north of Inglewood. Their neighborhood extends from Van Ness to Western Avenue in between Manchester Boulevard and Century Boulevard. Jesse Owens Park is a central point within this area. An internal dispute divided the gang into two factions known as the Bankside and Western Avenue. Falling under the Deuce card and Neighborhood Crips card, the Rolling 90s maintain friendly relations with all Rolling O's and Neighborhood Crips sets. These are some sets that they are cool with. The Rolling 30s Harlem Crips, the Rolling 40s Neighborhood Crips, the Rolling 50s Neighborhood Crips, the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips, the Rolling 100s Crips, the 6-7 Neighborhood Crips, the 4-6 Neighborhood Crips, all East Coast Crips, Raymond Avenue Crips, West Boulevard Crips, all Hard Time Hustler Crips. The Rolling 90s Crips has many rivals, which include the A-Tray Gangster Crips, all Hoover Criminals, the 9-9 Mafia Crips, the Main Street Mafia Crips, the 4-Pack, the Gardena Shotgun Crips, the Inglewood Family Gang, the Centinela Park Family Bloods, the Avenue Pyru Gang, the Crenshaw Mafia Gang, the Harvard Park Brims, the Fruittown Brims, the Van Ness Gangster Brims, the Black P Stones, the LA Denver Lane Bloods. number 2, we have the Osage Legend Crips.
We could go pour up some mud if you want me to.
I could put you in all white if you want me to. I could do it.
The Osage Legend Crips are a small but long-standing African-American street gang founded in Inglewood, California during the late 1980s. Their influence and interactions in Inglewood have shaped the gang landscape in a city largely dominated by Bloods. One of the first active Crip gangs in Inglewood, the Osage Legend Crips, were named after Osage Street, which runs through the core of their territory. This stretch of turf encompasses 92nd Street to 102nd Street, making Osage Street a symbol of the gang's presence in the area. Being in constant conflict with Inglewood's many blood sets led to the Osage Legend Crips to claim the Neighborhood Crips card. This alignment was sanctioned by their closest allies, the rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips. Despite this alignment, they are considered rivals to other gangs claiming the Neighborhood Crips card, adding complexity to the relationships within the Crip community. However, the gang is generally friendly towards most Neighborhood Crips, maintaining connections within the broader network of the Crip affiliation. Some rivals of the Osage Legend Crips includes the Inglewood Family Gang, the Centinela Park Family Bloods, the Inglewood Neighborhood Pyrules, the Avenue Pyru Gang, the LA Denver Lane Bloods, the Crenshaw Mafia Gang, the Queen Street Bloods, the Center Park Bloods, the 102nd Raymond Avenue Crips, the Mad Gangster Crips, the Tonga Crips Gang, the A-Tray Gangster Crips, the Hoover Criminals Gang. At number 1, we have the rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips.
What? You can't hang. On the dead homies, bro. If you ain't gang, you can't hang.
Crips outside. Crips outside. Crips.
Fuck that Kennedy Park. Tell them again. Yeah, good afternoon. Man, for the scores. Yeah, scores started. Yeah, homie.
Y'all too. Y'all get to the bed.
5 and 9. That's
We a big cookie,
Formed in 1976 as a faction of the original West Side Crips gang, the Rolling 60s emerged when the larger gang splintered into more specific groups. The Rolling 60s has various interpretations, one of which suggests that it was inspired by 60th Street, rolling through the entire neighborhood. Their territory spans 27 blocks from Slauson Avenue in the north to Florence Avenue in the south, and from Western Avenue in the east towards Overhill Drive in the west. With an estimated membership over 1,600, the Rolling 60s is the largest African-American street gang in LA County. They are known for sporting Seattle Mariners baseball caps and using various hand gestures such as the deuces with a thumb to represent their affiliation. The Rolling 60s have an extensive list of enemies, with their most heated and long-lasting rivalry beefing with the A-Tray Gangster Crips. The conflict between the Rolling 60s and the A-Tray Gangster Crips began with a dispute over a girl in September 1979, which escalated to a fatal shooting. A failed negotiation led to retaliatory murders, resulting in an all-out gang war that persists to this day. This rivalry marked one of the first Crip-on-Crip feuds in history. The Rolling 60s align with most gangs under the Neighborhood Crip and Rolling O's card. However, alliances have shifted over time, with some previous allies now considered enemies, such as the Rolling 40s Neighborhood Crips. Some sets that the Rolling 60s beef with include the Van Ness Gangster Brims, the Inglewood Family Gang, the Centinela Park Family Bloods, the Crenshaw Mafia Gang, the Inglewood Neighborhood Pyrules, the Harvard Park Brims, the Fruittown Brims, the Rolling 20s Neighborhood Bloods, the Black Pistols, the 5 Deuce Hoover Gangster Crips, the 5'9" A-Tray, and 7 Hoover Criminal Gang, and other various Crip sets. intricate web of alliances, rivalries, origins, and evolutions of the 5 Neighborhood Crip sets, the 5 Neighborhood Crips, the Neighborhood Compton Crips, the rolling 90s, the Osage Legend Crips, and the rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips, points a multifaceted picture of gang culture in Los Angeles and its surrounding areas. Each set with its own unique territory, affiliations that contributes to an ever-changing landscape shaped by historical conflicts and shared animosities. The connections between these sets are not merely an alignment under a common card, but a reflection of deeper social, cultural, and geographical realities. This complexity underscores the challenge of understanding and addressing gang violence, demanding a nuanced appreciation of the factors that bind and separate these groups. Together they form a significant chapter in the story of LA, a city marked by its vibrant, often turbulent mosaic of street life. The alliances and rivalries of these sets are not static, but evolve in response to broader changes in the community, providing an ongoing narrative of transformation, conflict, and identity within the urban environment.